Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. Today, we're going to be advocating. Yes, when we say advocate, that means we're going to write to these governors in the state of Florida and Tennessee. Yes, so that they can seek the death penalty for these Jamaican killers who are in the United States of America. And when we say that, we say it without any apologies. We want them to break the necks of these Jamaican people, use the death penalty, and execute them. Because these people, the criminal rights advocates, is a growing business in Jamaica. And they have been able to destroy the minds of the Jamaican youths by making them feel like this is how the world operates. So these young men, when they migrate to the United States of America or any other country, they cannot assimilate because they think they have the mindset as when they were in Jamaica. Because in Jamaica, our criminals are the victims and the victims are suckers. And as you can see, all of these young men faces that you're seeing, these are men who are in the United States of America illegally and they have committed heinous crimes. The first on the list is J-Man. Yes, the first on the list that will be petition the governor of Tennessee and Florida to execute is Raheem Shelton, J-Man. But his charges has been downgraded to second degree murder. So we'll just ask the governor, the state of Florida, Governor DeSantis, to keep him there for his rest of his life. Let he die there. It doesn't matter what kind of deal he gets. He stay in prison and die in Florida because we do not want him to go back there to Jamaica. But we'll be advocating for Squash, Fredman, and Raymond for them to get the death penalty for the killing of Musselman and Fordlaw. Yes, Musselman name is Dwayne Francis, aka Musselman, and Jeff Murray, aka Ford Lord. So we'll be advocating to the governor of Florida and Tennessee to execute these criminals. There's another one. He's the one that killed three people in Central Florida, and this killer is affiliated with two Squad Six boss, who is the leader of the six gang. So Brandon Swaby, yes, we want the Tennessee governor to break his neck. Yes, give him the death penalty because he truly deserves it. This is what happened with Brandon Swaby. We already know about Squash and his elks, or how they kill Musselman and Fordler. A man was arrested and charged in connection with a fatal shooting near the entrance of Nashville International Airport. According to police, Jamaica National Brandon Swaby, that's the man to your upper left of the screen. Brandon Swaby, 20, was arrested by U.S. Custom and Border Protection agents at the Fort Lauderdale Airport. Say he was trying to fly to Jamaica. Because the thing is that, why he was trying to go back to Jamaica, that once he reached Jamaica, it's hard for him to get caught. Because, the police there they're pretty much impotent because of the political climate there. Because in Jamaica, it suits it to be a criminal than to be a law-abiding citizen, because criminals are revered rather than celebrated, as you have seen in previous videos that I've done. They even have, right now in Jamaica, I don't think there's no other part in the world where they issue awards for criminals. But they have a radio station in Jamaica, a media house that its name is Zip FM. It's Crime FM, where once you commit crime, they issue you an award. They reward you for your behavior for being a criminal. So the Metro Police says a Nashville arrest warrant charging Swaby with criminal homicide has been issued. He will remain in the Broward County Jail until his return to Nashville. According to police, 22-year-old Gallatin resident Christopher Brandon McCabe was shot around 5:45 p.m. Tuesday on Donaldson Pike near the entrance to the Nashville International Airport. According to police investigator, McCabe arranged through Facebook Marketplace to trade his BMW sedan for a Dodge Charger earlier in the week. Brandon Swaby, Metro PD, on Tuesday evening, his BMW broke down on Donaldson Pike. Police said McCabe drove to Donaldson Pike in a relative's SUV. A person in the BMW called McCabe for assistance. A dispute ensued and McCabe was fatally shot inside the SUV. Police say that after the homicide, Swaby traveled to Atlanta, flew in from the city of Fort Lauderdale Sunday, where he was taken into custody by U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents with the help from federal partners. Wanted for homicide, the suspect is Brandon Swaby, was arrested this morning at the Fort Lauderdale, Florida airport. He was attempting to fly home to Jamaica because he know once he go to Jamaica, all bets are off to get him, because Jamaica is a criminal's paradise. They protect you there once you're there. We have the Justice Minister, Delroy Chuck, who doesn't like police or law enforcement. If you're a criminal, Delroy Chuck will go to hell and back for you. Trust me, believe you me, when I said that as a former police officer. Because that's how it is. The investigation is being led by Detective Myria Isles. Show that McCabe of Gallatin was killed by this man, Swaby. Swaby is a cold-blooded murderer. That's what they said. Swaby is a cold-blooded murderer. So we want them to broke his neck. He had no sympathy for him. Use the death penalty and execute him. That's what we would want Tennessee to do. So, we have touched on squash and the six camp. So now we're going to go to the Burger King murder. Yes, Winston Gling has been arrested in connection to the slaying of a Burger King worker. The suspected killer, who allegedly gunned down 19-year-old woman as she worked behind the counter at an East Harlem Burger King, was busted by cops Friday for the cold-blooded slaying. Police said Winston Gling, 30, who previously worked at the same eatery, was hit with his first-degree murder and robbery charges days after Crystal Baron Neves was shot dead at the fast food joint at 116th Street and Lexington Avenue. Cops said, though Glenn worked in the past at the same Burger King where Baron Neves was shot to death early Sunday morning, police don't believe he targeted her specifically. Police tracked him down by reviewing extensive video footage and captured the suspect carrying a backpack and wearing white headphones. They then traced the video footage to a store in Manhattan where Glenn, who also worked at another Burger King, used an EBT card prior to the slaying, officials told reporter at the briefing Friday. Mayor Eric Adams attended the press conference and he said he felt compelled to comment on the case because of the cold-blooded nature of the killing. Winston Glenn is walked out of 25th Precinct in Harlem after he was charged in the murder of a 19-year-old Burger King employee. So the reason for these young men who arrive here from Jamaica, the reason why they arrive with their criminal ideology, it's because this is something that has been imparted to them to make them feel like the world is the same as in Jamaica. In Jamaica, when you kill somebody, you can get even 4 years in prison and you have a second chance at life. I don't know nowhere else in the world where that is, the justice system is that generous to you when you take another person's life. Jamaica is not a first world country. Jamaica is not even a third world country. It's a fourth world country because the suffering there of majority of the people and the government There's nothing that the government can do for these people because most of them do not want to work. Yes, and when I say that most Jamaicans do not want to work, and I am not saying it hyperbolic, I am not speaking facts because most Jamaicans do not like to work. They are lazy and they are very envious, jealous, and bad mind. Bad mind mean that they're envious. You know, they see people things and they're scheme how to get it, kill you or something, how to get your things. So that's the reason why we are calling for these states to broke the necks. Yes, execute, use the death penalty and execute these Jamaicans, please. As a former member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and a former member, retired member of the U.S. military, I am begging these governors to execute these Jamaicans. And in New York, please try to find some way for the federal government to execute Mr. Glenn, because we do not want these people to feel like or think that in America it's the same as in Jamaica. They have been misguided by a woman named Carolyn Gooms and the likes because it's a big business in Jamaica to promote criminality and it become popular and embolden the criminals. We're begging these governors, please, to execute these Jamaican laws. All of them. We know the only one on two on the list who won't be executed is it's G-Man because he already, he's talking, and Winston Glynn. So Winston Glynn, do not give him any parole or anything like that and send him back to Jamaica. Please let him die in prison in America. Thanks. If you like what you have listened to, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed as yet, share the video with your friends, your family, and others. And remember that it doesn't cost a penny, a cent, a nickel, a dime, a ruble, nothing for you to subscribe to the channel. It's free and it won't clog your phone memory. It won't affect your phone speed. Everything will be good. Thanks for watching the Jamaica Young Police channel. Have yourself a beautiful day. And please, Governor Ron DeSantis, please block the necks of the murderers from Jamaica who are in Florida. Please, we are begging you as Jamaicans. Have yourself a beautiful day.